Somewhere in southern China right now, there are human remains in wooden boxes nailed to the side of a vertical cliff diff. And the civilization that put them there disappeared so completely we don't even know what language they spoke. Scattered across the mountains of China, the Philippines, and parts of Southeast Asia, ancient coffins are perched hundreds of feet in the air. Some balance on wooden stakes driven directly into rock. Others rest inside narrow cave openings that no living person could safely access. And the oldest ones have been up there for over 2,000 years. Nobody fully understands how they got there. These are the hanging coffins, and they are one of the most haunting and misunderstood burial traditions in human history. Today, we are pulling apart exactly what they are, who built them, and why these ancient people chose to send their dead somewhere the living could barely follow. The Bo people of southern China are perhaps the most studied group connected to this practice. For centuries, their deceased were placed into wooden coffins and lifted onto cliff ledges or iron stakes hammered into sheer rock faces. Some clusters contain dozens of coffins stacked in rough formations, almost like a vertical graveyard climbing toward the sky. The Bo people eventually disappeared as a distinct group around the 16th century, leaving behind no written records, just the coffins. Here is where it gets genuinely strange. Researchers examining some of these coffins found skeletal remains in fetal positions, the body curled up tight. The theory is that death was treated as a return, a going back to the same position you held before birth, ready to enter the next world the same way you entered this one. In the Philippines, the Igorot people of the Sagada region continue a version of this tradition even today. Elders carve their own coffins while still alive. When they die, the coffin is carried up narrow mountain paths and secured to a cliff face or placed inside a cave opening. The Igorot believe that the higher the coffin rests, the closer the spirit stays to the ancestors and the heavens. Some of these coffins are so old and weathered that they have cracked open, spilling bones onto ledges where they remain, exposed to centuries of rain and wind. Now consider the engineering problem. Some of these coffins weigh hundreds of pounds. The cliffs are vertical. There are no modern tools involved in their placement. Researchers suggest ropes, bamboo scaffolding, and sheer collective human effort allowed communities to raise their dead to these impossible heights. A few locations suggest the coffins may have been lowered from above rather than raised from below, using ropes anchored at the summit. What strikes most visitors who see these sites in person is the silence. You stand at the base of a cliff and look up, and there they are, these ancient wooden boxes hanging against the stone like they belong there, like the mountain itself chose to hold them. These towers of coffins are not monuments to death. They are monuments to what these cultures believed came after. They are statements carved in wood and iron and altitude that some things are worth the impossible climb.